Hey, beautiful people, it is your girl T, and I've been gone for about a month or so, and I feel so bad. I want to apologize to you all for not uploading more videos. It's just been a rough couple of months with the things that I had to do to get my son ready for college. I have a kindergartner, well, a son who's going to start kindergarten. I'm in school. House hunting, just a lot going on, and not enough time for all of the things that I would like to do. So I just want to apologize for not keeping a promise of uploading 1 to 2 videos per week. I've, I've decided I'm not going to commit to a specific number of videos, but just do them as I can. And hopefully you guys will stick by my side and not unsubscribe because I'm not putting out any content. It will come. It's just I don't want to disappoint people by saying, how often I'm going to do that per week, because frankly, at this point, I just don't know how many I can put up a week, or if I'm going to do it every week. But for this video, I figured I'd spend a little time with you guys and show you some things I've been working on in between all the drama and the busyness of my life. So first we're going to start with Carousel Dreams. I didn't tag them like I normally do, but this is a YamPuff book, and I had this pretty little girl here, and this one I used Prismacolor and gel pens. You could probably see a little bit of the glitter. I use Color It glitter gel pens. You probably can't see it very well in the light. Okay, I did that. I worked a little in A Million Owls. And this one I also used Prismacolor Premier color pencils. Just pencils in this one. Then we have mine Sommer Spaziergang. I did a couple in here. Let's see. I have that one. And I have this one here. Now some of these I'll probably be able to recall the medium used, but probably not all of them, okay? So this one here was also Prismacolor Premier, and then in the background I played around with the Lyra Aqua crayons. They're kind of like Neocolor 2s, but the Lyra brand. So I used that, but I kind of didn't like the way it turned out. This didn't get dark enough for me, so I went over that with Prismacolor Premier color pencils just to make it a little bit darker. Now I don't know if I showed you guys some stuff I've done in Enchanted Forest, so here's my nameplate page, and I think this was Marco Raffine. I think. Then I have this one here, which I did with Prismacolor, and then I have glitter around the edge here, around the frame. And I did this cute little fella here, and I'm not sure what pencils I used, sorry. I think I have one more in here. Here it is. And then we have this one here. The background, of course, is with soft pastels, and I used, I think I used Marco Renoir on this page. Then we go to Fantomorphia. And on this one, I do not recall what I used, but I think I did this first layer with markers. And then I shaded with color pencil. In the background, I did with the color pencils as well. Then we have Mystical Lands of Uchana. I've done one in this book. I did the shoe, and it's red shoe. This is both marker and color pencils. Then we have Dreamlings 2. And I think I've done one in here. Sorry, not prepared. Usually don't like flipping like this. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. This one I did with color pencils and markers. Then we have Flowers and Gems, which is a really popular book right now. And I've done two in here. One of them, well, both of them, they were done in one of my Facebook groups as a color along. This one turned out a little darker than I wanted it to, but I think it still came out okay. I love the way my roses turned out. But I'm not really liking how dark the background is, so I might fix it a little later by, painting it. We'll see. And then the last one I did in this one was also a color along. And everyone in the group I think you guys saw, everyone in my group did it differently. If you haven't, there's a video I posted, I think a couple months ago, where I posted everyone's picture. This picture, and everyone did it different. It was so nice to see the various ways that it could be done. So this is my version of that. Then we have Linda Ravenscroft's Fairy and Fantasy Art Painting and Coloring Book 4, and I've done one in here. And I did the dragon, and I asked my 5-year-old, I said, hey, what color should the dragon be? Because I really was kind of stumped. I'm like, I don't know what color I want to make him. And he said, blue, my favorite color. So there you have a blue dragon, because of Christian. Then Fairy Tale Princesses and Storybook Darlings by Hannah Lynn. Again, this page that I did in this one was also with a color along and a buddy color, not color along, but a buddy color in my group. And we all colored this page, those who participated. And we did the genie. And I don't know if you can see it, but I have glitter gel pens in this, kind of shimmering. That was really fun to do. Next we have Bless Your Heart, Favorite Southern Sayings. And I thought this was the cutest book. I'm not from the South, but I have a lot of family that, our family kind of originated there. And when I moved to North Carolina, people say a lot of these sayings in this book, believe it or not. And I thought this was the cutest book, so I had to get it. And I've done two in this book. Slower Than Molasses in January. Most people just say she's slower than molasses, but they don't say in January at the end of that. I've never heard that. And then the next one I did was this one. It says, sweating like a sinner in church. I thought that was cute, but we did this page as a buddy color in the group, and that's my church. I love the way it turned out. Really cute. Then we have Liss of Leisure, a coloring quest, and I've done one in this book. And let's see if I can find her. And here she is. And this one I know I did. I used Faber-Castell in this book, Polychromos. And she turned out really nice. I was happy with that. We're almost done here. I have Fairies in Dreamland. I've already showed you guys a picture in here, but I've done another one as, again, a buddy color. Let me find her. Here she is. And this is my fairy. I think she turned out cute. I love how I did the background. First, I was just going to do, you know, all one color cloud. But I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to make this kind of fun and whimsical. Excuse me. She is a fairy, and wanted to make it fun. So I did multiple colors in the background. I don't know if I showed you guys anything in this one. The Wandering City by Carlos Stanga, which is a Moleskine book. I think I did, but I'm not really sure, but because I didn't put the little tag on it. I will be tagging these so that I don't do any repeats. This one was really fun to do. It took me a couple of hours. I had gotten the Inktense pencils, and this is like the first major picture I did with Inktense, and I absolutely loved how this turned out. My first time really sitting down using them for, you know, a couple of hours. I had so much fun with them, and I think this turned out really great. Okay, then we have The Search for the Lightbulb Burglar, and I've done one in here. And here he is. I thought he turned out so cute. I love it. I try to keep the same colors as what he had here, so I thought that was a nice color scheme. But of course you can't see everything, so I had to make up some things as I went along here. So but there you have him. Okay, this one is Angels. This is a Dover book. Okay, and this one I know for sure I used, I wanted to see how Crayola markers would look in these books. Now, Crayola markers are good if you don't want to spend a lot of money on markers. I just don't like the streakiness, but I kind of try to keep the lines in the same, going the same pattern, so I didn't have like, zigzags and everything. But I think it turned out pretty good. I've gotten a lot of compliments on this page. And in her wings, I don't know if you can see it, there is stickles. And then I did some highlighting with color pencils in this. And I used Crayola for the whole picture except for the glitter. And last but not least, I have Ancient Aliens, the coloring book. And I've done one in this book. And here it is. And this is the, let me make sure I'm saying, okay. This is the Sumerian double helix from Sumeria, Mesopotamia. And this was fun. I don't recall what I used here. I want to say I used Crayola, but I'm not really sure. But this is really fun to do. And I know the background I used markers. So, but that's it, you guys. If you see any books here that you want me to do complete flip-throughs of, just let me know in the comments. If this is your first time watching, you can like and subscribe. And if it's not your first time watching and you want to leave a comment or any suggestions for me, I'd be happy to listen to them all or read them all and respond when I can. All right, y'all. Take care.